Let's be honest, bacon on the stovetop is basically a sizzling oil war zone. I used to think it was a badge of honor, dodging grease pops like some sort of culinary ninja, until I discovered the oven method. So today, I'm going to show you how I make crispy oven-baked bacon without the drama. This method is quick, clean, and practically mess-free. And as a bonus, it makes your whole kitchen smell like a cozy breakfast diner. My kitchen usually smells like cookies or camera equipment, so this is a nice change. If you've never tried baking your bacon, you're in for a treat. Once I made it this way the first time, I never looked back. My skillet, it's still in therapy. Alright, first things first. I preheat my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. I've tested different temps, but this one gives me that golden, crispy edge without burnt ends or chewy middles. It's like bacon magic. Now I grab 2 baking sheets. I line them with parchment paper. Parchment paper has become my best friend. Less mess, no sticking, and cleanup is as easy as rolling it up and tossing it out. I mean, who wants to scrub bacon grease off a pan before coffee? Not me. Here's a little personal tip. If you want bacon that stays straighter and more uniform, I like to press a second baking sheet on top of the bacon for the first 5 minutes, then remove it so the bacon can finish crisping up on its own. It's a trick I picked up while photographing food. It looks prettier on camera and crunchier on the plate. Next up, I lay out the bacon strips. I place each strip in a single layer. No overlapping here. We want each slice to shine like the bacon superstar it is. If they overlap, they steam, and you end up with limp, sad bacon. Been there, done that, ate the evidence anyway. Quick tip, if you're using super thin bacon, check early. One time, I turned around for a second to rinse a bowl and came back to what looked like bacon confetti. Lesson learned. And here's something I do when I'm baking a huge batch for the holidays. I rotate the pans halfway through. Ovens can be sneaky with hot spots, and this helps everything cook evenly. Quick pause. If you're wondering what tools I'm using here, I've linked them all in the description below. You don't need to take notes or rewind. It's all waiting for you. If you don't have these parchment sheets or a good quality baking tray, grab some foil, a fork, or whatever pan survived your last kitchen purge. We're making bacon, not perfection. Once the trays are prepped, into the oven they go. I usually bake mine for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how thick or thin the bacon is, and just how crispy I want it that day. Thinner slices, start checking around 30 minutes. Thicker ones, let them hang out the full 20. And now, the best part, while it's baking, you get to just sit and enjoy the smell. My dog has learned the sound of the oven door when bacon's inside. He's not subtle. Pro tip from my own routine, I always set a timer for 2 minutes less than I think I need, then stand by. Bacon goes from perfect to burnt so fast, and multitasking is not your friend here. One distracted email reply later, and you'll be back to bacon bits. When the bacon's perfectly crisp, I pull out the tray carefully, because hot bacon fat is not something to mess around with. Then I use tongs to transfer each piece. I place them on a paper towel-lined plate. This step is a must. It soaks up all that extra grease, so your bacon ends up crispy and not swimming. And yes, every time I do this, I somehow lose a piece or two. Chef's tax, I call it. Another tip, if you're baking multiple trays, keep the finished bacon warm by placing it on a wire rack over a baking sheet in the oven at the lowest setting, around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 95 degrees Celsius. That way, it stays crisp until everything's ready to serve. And that's it. Crispy, golden, oven-baked bacon. Zero stovetop drama, all the flavor. Whether you're building a BLT, layering it over pancakes, or just snacking straight from the plate, guilty. This method's a winner. Pro tip, I save the bacon grease in a little glass jar. It's a southern thing maybe, but I love using it to fry eggs or saute veggies. Adds that smoky depth without even trying. And one last personal touch. After making bacon this way for years, I've started cutting the strips in half before baking when I'm prepping breakfast sandwiches. They fit better on English muffins and cook just a little faster. Win-win. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more no-fuss, high-reward recipes, straight from my slightly chaotic but bacon-scented kitchen. And hey, are you a crispy bacon fan? Or do you like yours a little chewy? Tell me in the comments. I love hearing what bacon team you're on.